Back to our agenda and your table of contents in order. We'll go back to Ms. Caryl Ayala. Caryl is the co-founder of Concerned Parents of Texas. She's a school teacher of 20 years and in the Family Life Ministry coordinator at Oak Meadows Baptist Church in Austin. Caryl and her husband of 31 years, congratulations, excellent. Thank you for setting a good example. Live here in Austin and are parents to 2 grown sons. So welcome, and thank you for being here.
I don't know if there is anyone like me in this room, or in this state, or in the country. And when I say that, what I'm talking about is I was a teacher here in my local school district here in Austin. And as a pre-K teacher, my last 7 years of those 20, when I was told to teach to 4-year-olds as a pre-K teacher about normalizing the LGBT lifestyles, and I decided I could not do that, I didn't know that that was going to morph into this. Because what I began to find out was they were starting at 4 years old here in Austin to change the social change, just like Planned Parenthood, one of their planks is. Starting with little children was actually because they were coming up with a design to teach sex ed starting at pre-K. And so Concerned Parents of Austin became Concerned Parents of Texas. Why? Because people all over the state started contacting me and saying, what's going on? We're not Austin, but is this happening in my school and in my district? The truth is, yes, it is. To what extent is the question? And now you're wondering, you've heard from lots of other people that have said what it's like. And I have just shortly written something. You can see why there's a battle. There's a battle of the wills in this country in so many ways, but there's a battle on this level as well. And so the question is, parents do want their kids to learn, right? They do want their kids to learn about their bodies and changing and puberty, and they do want their kids, and trust me, at all different levels. Everybody has an idea, right, about what they want their kids to learn. And so the question is, well, what kind? And the people that came before me said, okay, this is the law. This is the law. Just like recently we had someone running for school board. You know what she said? She said, you don't have to pay attention to what the law is. You have to find the loopholes. And that's what we have in Austin. And that's why we have these programs in our schools, right? You mentioned because of the loopholes. And so the two major distinctions are, and if anybody, Taya has the handout, is anybody a legislative aide or a legislator? Raise your hand. She's going to give you one. And the reason, I don't have enough for everybody, but I have about 30. If you absolutely want one, please take one. It's only 3 sheets. And so there is a, and I don't know if it's up there, yes. In a nutshell, everyone's been trying to tell you what the 2 types are. Right? The sexual risk avoidance, which is the abstinence education. It's called sexual risk avoidance. And the other one is sexual risk reduction, right? The ones where there are 2 ways of thinking. It's the way you treat kids. It's the way you look at teens. It's the way you look at children. You're either going to be one that you teach children, you aspire them to be the best that they can be, to have like Heritage Keepers, a sexual risk avoidance program says to have a healthy family future. Can you imagine? You already heard some of the things that people have told you that they're teaching. On those 2 other sheets that I'm giving you, you'll see a couple of those examples. But do you know what the other side teaches? Now hold on to your hats. You're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe this. This is going to shock you. You're not going to be able to sleep tonight. A sexual risk avoidance or abstinence program is going to teach your kids to wait to be a kid, to join clubs, to be in the band, to study, so that they don't have to take the pregnancy test for that month that they might be pregnant, right? Can you imagine? They're talking about healthy family, forming a healthy family for their future, or as as Sam likes to put it, they're going to teach sexual delay, future lifetime partners, developing healthy relationships, setting boundaries, and get this is really, really radical, reserving sex for a lifetime, faithful, monogamous, and uninfected partner are protective factors that help all teens, no matter where they find themselves, what orientation, what lifestyle, what family they come from. They will have sexual health over sexual rights. Wow. Isn't that what you want for your children and grandchildren? To learn that still the gold standard is, guess what? Research still tells us that marriage is still the gold standard. Children still do better in homes with their own mothers and fathers. Wow. Isn't it true that even when your kids are little and you teach them about lying, you will teach them not like a friend just told me this last week, that his kid came home from school here in Austin, learning about social emotional learning, and the teacher taught them about white lies. And that you should say white lies so that you wouldn't hurt people's feelings. Okay? But can you imagine? Isn't it true that you taught your child not to lie?
That's right.
Because what? Because you're perfect? No. Right? Absolutely not. But because you want the best for them, right? So you start at the top. Right? That's what sexual risk avoidance or abstinence is. It's giving your kids the tools so that they can make the healthiest choices for them, for their futures. Sexual risk reduction says, like you see on that form that I'm giving you, is you're going to have sex. We're going to teach you how to do it. We're going to teach you how to be consensual. And we're going to teach you how to do it so that you won't get pregnant. And besides, if you do, well, we can take care of that too. And those are the two differences between the two mindsets of those two programs. Now, I want to leave this with you. Our organization put this little resource booklet together. And you can look this up online, or you can get one from me today. Denise, where are you? Can you stand? You put them in the back?
Yeah, they're in the back there.
Here's the law. It's 2 pages. You can take one of these with you. On the back, we do have, if you're from out of town, we even have a parent action guide. You know what I told parents when I was teaching school? You're the boss. Yeah, what a radical thing for a teacher to say, I know. You're the boss. I am a person of faith, and I'm a Christian, but you know what? I never taught my kids about Christianity. Never. I never told them about Jesus Christ in the classroom, because that's against the law, right? Was I loving? Was I kind? Did I display? I tried my best to be the Jesus they might, be the only Jesus they might see, right? That's the way I lived my life. I followed the law as an educator. That's what I did in the classroom. I followed the law. We're asking the same thing. Follow the law. Now, can you imagine if you went to the shack meetings they described, or if you went to the PTA, or if you joined? You see, this is where the battle is, right? You know what I even told parents? I don't care what you want to teach your kids. You know what I think. You know what I believe. You know what I stand for, or what we stand for. But you're the parent, and you decide. Austin didn't like that. Austin did not like that. And even though AISD, where I worked for many years, did many dog and pony shows to show the community that they did care, and I do believe to some extent they do, it is up to the parent to decide what their children ultimately believe and what will practice. But remember, these are children, not adults. These are children. So we developed this workbook. You can take one if you like. And my story about why I'm doing this is powerful because, like, I'm a teacher. I know exactly. You know what I always tell parents? I said, do you know that we as teachers have been accommodating Jehovah's Witnesses for years? Did you know that? Only teachers know that. Let me tell you, this is how it works. You get a JW student, you know who they are, and you accommodate them. They don't do this, they don't do that, they don't do the other. Okay, this is what you do. I started teaching back when I was a child, right? Long time ago. And so it's been over 30 years that I started. Right, Ann? Long time ago. Paula, we know who those students are. Well, guess what? You can do the same thing. Your child can be accommodated. And we have some resources in our booklet and our website at concernedparents.com, that you can take, that have been prepared by attorneys to give to your school district. So I'm here to say, please, 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 parent, stop waiting, and it's not you, but tell the people you know, tell them to stop allowing someone else to parent your child. Don't trust them just to leave them at the doorstep, okay? Because things have definitely changed. Now I'm going to close with this story, and I don't know if you have this, there was a flyer I had of, Austin did something. They sent home a flyer, I thought I had it on me, yeah, here it is. And this was given to middle school, they love middle school kids, I guess. And Planned Parenthood went to the middle school here in Austin, one of them, and they gave out a 4-page, and this grandmother who was the guardian of her grandchildren, she got in contact with us through a friend, and she said, this is what my grandson came home from school with, 11 years old. And on here it says Planned Parenthood resources. It says, we will give you all the facts with none of the judgment. How many of y'all know that an 11-year-old needs to use some judgment? A 12-year-old, a 30, how about a 50-year-old needs to use some judgment? But they'll teach them this stuff without any judgment. So you'll soon be equipped with all the knowledge and know-how of a safer sex expert. The next one says, and this is what got me ticked, Planned Parenthood's consent video series about how to check in with your partner during sex to make sure you're both on the same page. This was given to 6th, 7th, and 8th grade students. Okay? Now, when I called them out on it at the school board, you know what they said? Because, the school board. They said, oh, that was a mistake. We did not mean to do that. It was a new person. She didn't know what she was doing. Remember, these two approaches, sexual health, sexual rights. That's their approach, sexual rights. Okay? And so, get in touch with us. If you need any help at all, we're, our website, easy, 3 W's, concernedparentsoftexas.com, and we can help. We can help.
Those blue books, where are they located?
They're right back there. Yeah, you have them right back there? They're behind you. On that table back there.
Are they back there now?
I don't know.
Okay. Feel free to take one, share it. And there's a book going around. Did everybody get to see that book called It's Perfectly Normal?
Yeah.
That's a book, if you haven't, that is in elementary schools right now.
Thank you, Carol. What a wealth of information. For you novices like me that might have missed a little bit, I want to, real quick, the difference between sexual risk avoidance and sexual risk reduction is like telling no smoking is risk avoidance, and risk reduction is, well, if you're going to smoke, make sure you use a filter cigarette. Another one is, well, no drugs. Oh, but if you're going to use drugs, make sure you're wearing goggles. No drinking. Oh, if you're going to drink, make sure you're put it in a brown paper bag. And if you no texting and driving, but if you're going to text, make sure you have a phone case on it. That's the difference between risk avoidance and risk reduction. And so those kind of analogies really help me, and so maybe they'll help you. But thank you again, Carol. Incredible work, and thank you for your bravery and courage here in Austin. It's helping.